hello. Right, I'd like to introduce you to Claire Waite, who's I'll tell you what Claire's like. She's very camp. She's every gay man's dream. She's brilliant. And to Nicola, who's the sensible one out of us all. So we're going to talk. Well, I say sensible. So we're going to talk about 80s stuff. But first, we're going to do Name That Boom Boom. So I'm going to read these lyrics out to you, and you've got to guess them. You ready?
Yeah.
They're going to be quiet. They're not a bit quiet. They're normally all mouth, this pair. Right. You ready? The first one is, you've got too far this time, but I'm dancing on a Valentine. I'll tell you somebody's fooling around with my chances on the danger line.
Oh,
I've
got it in the top right.
Do you want me to say it again? You've gone too far.
Oh, Claire, don't start.
I'm dancing on the Valentine. I tell you somebody's fooling around with my chances on the danger line.
Dancing on the Valentine. Across the bridge when I find it.
Who sings it?
It's Duran Duran.
Yeah. And
it's on the tip of my tongue.
Of course it was, babes.
Oh.
I went all blank, babe.
You went all blank. Right. The reflex. That was 1983, Nick. That's how old we've become. Yeah.
Hey, Rob was born that year.
See. That's natural. Right. You should get this one, Claire. You both should get this one, Claire. I'm going to throw this paper. You will get it.
No pressure, no pressure.
Right, you ready? Tender love is blind. It requires a dedication. All this love we feel needs no conversation.
We ride it together.
Love with each other. Islands in the stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got that one. We done that one. Right, I've got you another one.
Yeah, I just can't name it.
You still got it. Who cares whether you can name it?
Got it, babe.
Right, go on. You should get this one. Everyone laughs because I say that. You should get this one. You're a slave to fashion and your life is full of passion. It's the way that you are. You suffered for your arts with a jogging in the park.
Jogging in the park?
You should get this, Nick. You would.
I've never heard
I'll sing it again. You're a slave to fashion and your life is full of passion. It's the way you are. You suffered for your arts with a jogging in the park.
Oh, I got to.
I'm going to have to sing this now. This is what I was waiting.
You're going to have to sing it. I can't.
You're a slave to fashion and your life is full of passion. It's the way you are. Ross, when will I be famous? And you know what it was? It was my voice. It just brought it together.
I'll tell you what it was. It was like boom.
It was. It was terrible. I was doing that on my last one, and someone went, "You're making it worse." You should get this. That's all I say. You should get this one. Are you ready? Before this river becomes an ocean, before you throw my heart back on the floor, oh baby, I reconsider my foolish notion when I need someone to hold me, but I'll wait for something more.
Oh, do it again.
Before the river becomes an ocean, before you throw my heart back on the floor, oh my baby, I reconsider my foolish notion when I need somebody to hold me, but I'll wait for something more.
Oh, I know it.
No, I do.
Yeah.
You will.
I think Jay, sing it, Jay.
Is what? Go on.
Hold on. My heart back on the floor. George Michael.
Claire, you see, you're ever so good.
I tell you what, for someone that's 12, she's brilliant.
I know Michelle was bad
filter.
That's what I said about the 80s. You would know all that. Yeah, George Michael's Faith, that was.
Oh, we should put a pub quiz.
Right, come on. You'll get this one. That's what I say, you know. You'll get this one. Right, let's have a look. Oh, you will get this. Oh, you'll love this one. Oh, I know what you're thinking. I see it in your eyes. You want to give our love another try. I'm so glad you realise I can't. Oh, you might not get this one. This is a bit of a thingy 80's. Oh, I know what you're thinking. I see it in your eyes. You got to give our love another try. I'm so glad you realise I can't. You don't get it.
No.
Shake your love. I want to shake my love. Shake your love. But you don't know Debbie Gibson, do you?
Oh,
No.
Debbie Gibson. She had the wide brimmed hat, the long bobbed hair, and I used to have a poster of her. It was a #1 magazine, and she had a spotty shirt on.
See, and she couldn't even get that song.
Debbie Gibson.
Well done. One more, last one. This is the last one. You will get this one. If you don't get this one, Claire, I'll be very.
You'll disown me.
I'll be very
Disappointed.
Yeah, you will get it as soon as I sing it. I live to be the very best. I want it all, no time for less. I've laid the plans, now lay the chance. Here's my hands.
I want to be.
Sing it again.
Right, I live to be the very best. I want it all, no time for less. I've laid the plans, now lay the chance. Here in my hands, one moment in time.
Oh, I was singing something else.
Yeah, you were a bit flat there, babe.
I can see.
I completely different song with mine.
Like a flash dance and them kind of songs.
I'm gonna have to do another one with you now because you very disappointing. I thought she's gonna get this one. You're a bit flat, a bit tone deaf. I think you mean it. Right, let's have a look. Oh, come on, we got some good ones here. Right. Oh no, I'm gonna do that one for. I have to cut all this out while I'm felching around like a knob end.
You've been cutting the words out of Smash Hits.
No, I type them. Look, I have to go and get all the words and type them. Remember when we was a kid? We used to be able to just get the we used to wait for the magazines. Now you can just type them.
Oh, no, where's the fun with that?
Oh yeah.
You'll get this one. If you don't get this one, right? What? Tired, Jay. Jesus, check that about you can't sit. Right, you ready? I have run, I have crawled, I have scaled these city walls, only to be with you.
Only to be with you. You too.
I still haven't found what I'm
looking for.
Well, like the 3 degrees.
Yeah.
Claire's good. There's the 3 degrees.
Yeah.
You know, as well. Right, that's that one done. So let's talk about some 80s stuff next. I'm going to ask you all a different question. Claire's is going to be a little bit different because Claire's only about 8. No, she's not 8.
Oh, wish.
But Claire's really young, but Claire's influenced by the 80s. So, Nick, name any 80s artist. I mean, you said about Debbie Gibson, but any 80s artist posters that you saw on your wall.
Oh, 80s.
I know you said Debbie Gibson.
Michael Jackson. I used to love Michael Jackson.
Oh, I did like Michael Jackson.
Who else did I have? Bananarama.
Oh, they're at that party on the park tomorrow on Saturday, ain't they?
Oh, I know. I tried to get tickets. I couldn't get tickets.
No, I did, but I didn't. I wanted to go when Kylie was there, so I do.
Yeah, Kylie. I had Kylie posters. Bros.
Oh, see, I remember my sister having Bros. She used to have what's them things that you used to have on the shoes?
Oh, the Grolsch bottle tops. I used to have them on my shoes.
They
weren't my Grolsch at that age. I'm a bit younger than you, Jay.
There's no need for that, was the Claire, eh? Insulting.
Oh, I know, a bit rude that one.
Yeah. She's no Claire from Steps, is she? I'm going to stay to that. I've got to cut all this out. I'm going to stay to that. So Claire, what influences you? Why do you like the 80s sort of stuff?
Well, obviously, because I was born in 87, so I can't really remember the 80s as well. Obviously, I was a baby then. But we just always used to listen.
Yeah,
but we always, like my mum growing up, we always used to have all like Madonna on, Whitney, all blaring out the house, Wham, like all that kind of stuff. So I just loved the 80s music. She used to make me watch all the films. Like Flashdance is one of my favourites.
Do you know what?
Maniac has got to be one of the my favourite songs.
Oh, do you know what? Do you know what, Claire? I literally watched Flashdance the other day, the original one.
Oh, I love it.
How good it was.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Kevin Bacon was quite hot, wasn't he? Oh God, Kevin. When he was younger, And I didn't realise because I've not watched that for a long time. Footloose, but it is. Have you seen it for a while now?
I've not seen it for ages and ages and ages.
Absolutely brilliant. And that's what I was saying. And this is why we were talking. I was talking to someone else about our podcast, and I said because they said they were influenced by 80s, and that's when I remember you saying about your mum because your mum loves 80s stuff. And the amount of times you've been to 80s concerts, haven't you? Or 80s like So other films because you is it just like Footloose or
Footloose, Flashdance.
Flashdance. No.
Absolutely love Flashdance.
Fame.
Fame. Oh, I love Fame.
I'm gonna live forever.
Yeah.
I used to have leg warmers like her.
Did you?
Oh, did you?
Did you have the same colour one? See, this is what I was saying. I was watching. It's like we used to have the bed bands, didn't you? Them like luminous.
Like the sweatband thing.
Yeah, and the wristbands.
Yeah.
You see them now. You just think, God. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my God. I'm going to say it.
Circle.
Yeah, they do. And the thing is, kids nowadays still love all that.
Yeah.
Sort of stuff. And like you were saying, I mean, like they've had 80s themed films out, haven't they? And, when what was that one with Leona Lewis was in it? It was an 80s. There was 80s songs in Walking on the Sunshine.
Yeah.
There was, you know what I mean? A lot of things. We were talking about, like, I watched. Remember Jumping Jack Flash with Whoopi Goldberg?
Yes.
That was honestly, Claire. If you can get to go and watch Jumping Jack Flash with Whoopi Goldberg, it is absolutely. She's brilliant in it, and it's. I think it was like. I'm sure it was like 85, 86. But she is, it's really. If you want to watch, if you ever get the chance to watch it, tell your mum that is a brilliant film to watch. Jumping.
Oh yeah, I'll have to give it a try. I don't think I've ever heard of that, but yeah, I'll watch it.
Oh, that and what was the other thing I watched? Police Academy. I was watching.
Police Academy. Yeah, I remember that.
Do you know what makes me laugh for that bit? It was the bit. Well, there's loads of bits in it. Do you know the bit where that dog runs up to him? The dog's humping whatever his leg and he's going, and the bloke's going, Prince. No, princess. He went more like a prince to me. But then when you watch that, you don't get that sort of humour now, do you? From like,
no, you don't.
I mean, that was really. I mean, it's really bizarre because I love that, but I do you know like what was it called? What's the other films that you used to have? Not Aeroplane. I used to love Aeroplane in the 80s. You probably won't know that, Claire, because I think that was 1980. That was an over the top comedy.
This was Rita, So and Bob too. That was 80s.
That was, yeah.
That was, I loved that. Absolutely brilliant.
You know, that literally reminds me of being at school in Brunson, where I came from. And you know, like, it's the bit, you know, in The Walking Dead, she don't say it to me now, and then she hits her around the head.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of when I was at school, and you just think to myself, oh my God. But you wouldn't, it's like that, they wouldn't make anything like that anymore, would they?
Oh, no.
Get in trouble for that sort of. No, and I've just did a podcast with someone called Karen, and we were talking about that sort of like where you can't say. I mean, it's great that we've moved on a bit, but I just think we're just a little bit PC.
Yeah, very PC.
So apart from your posters, your Michael Jackson posters, has she gone to sleep on me?
No, I'm listening to you.
Oh, I don't know where she is. One looking over there and one looking the other way. I think it's because you're looking up. Apart from your posters, who other idols did you like because you get some, don't you? I mean, everyone knows mine was George Michael, and even though I idolized it, but then I still liked other people. But I mean, I have to be honest. It's like when people say to me, "Oh, I've just been to like a George Michael tribute." I've seen the real thing. I don't want to go and see someone pretending. I know that sounds quite snobbish, but I don't. I just think when you've seen him, you know what I mean. It's like you don't want to. And I understand why you go to the tribute bands, and I get all that. So, what would your concerts? Have you been to any 80s concerts as well?
I used not like in the 80s, but I used to go to a lot of the you know how they used to do like the tours with a load of them, like you get Kajagoogoo, you get ABC,
I went to
Belinda Carlisle, Boy George. Oh, he was one of my faves, Boy George. Culture Club, I absolutely love.
Oh,
still love Culture Club.
He was amazing though. When you think with Boy George at the time, I've done loads of chats about how they condemn, you know, like because he used to wear makeup and he was feminine, they moaned about all that, and they used to go on about all that. But in the next breath, people like Adam Ant wore it, but it was all right because he was straight, you know what I mean? And he wasn't feminine or anything like that. That's the thing I hate the most about a lot of that sort of stuff. But yeah, oh my God, Boy George, he was brilliant.
Yeah.
Because my auntie went to a concert with him and she ended up fainting when she seen him because she loved him.
I must admit, I cried when I seen him.
Did you?
Yeah, and then when he went into like house music after that, and I used to like watch him in the nightclubs and stuff like that. Yeah, I loved him.
Have you seen him in real?
Yeah, in the flesh.
Have you?
Yeah,
I can remember.
I wanted to touch him, but I daren't.
One of my first ever concerts, and I can't. Yeah, it was 80s. I remember my first ever concerts. It was Soul to Soul.
Oh God.
Back to reality.
I used to like that one.
Yeah, I like that one.
But you know what? I was, as much as I enjoyed it, because you know the lead singer, is it Karen Wheeler? No, the big lady with
yeah,
because she had an amazing voice, and I can remember going to the concert to see it, and I loved her. And someone else was on, she weren't there. There's someone else singing her part, and I was so angry.
No, that's not right.
All I remember was this woman in front of me. I was only young when I went, and this woman in front of me dancing, giving it. But she was just. I've never seen a woman dance like she. I thought, you know, in a minute she's literally going to bounce off that stage. But she was doing all that. She was doing that gyrating that bit with her hips, and she. But I remember watching. I remember going to watch that, and it was one of my favorites. But I never really went to watch. Actually, I did. Well, I was going to watch 5 Star.
5 Star.
I absolutely love 5 Star. I was going to see 5 Star, but my mum didn't get her tickets in time. Oh yeah, Claire. I've still not let go of that.
I don't even know who they are.
Oh, Claire.
You must have done. You've heard
Rain or shine.
It's you and me. Cut me a heart on a tree. Oh, what about the slightest touch?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The slight. Oh, what was it? Oh, I know what you'll say. I know what you remember. Systematic.
Yeah.
I never can get enough.
No. It's going over my head. No.
He's looking at me like I'm just singing Spanish. I
love 80's music, but I've never heard of that one.
Claire, when you come off it, you need to go and Google and.
I'm going to have to go.
There were 5 of them, and they were like there was all brothers and sisters. There was 3 girls and 2 lads, and they were like the Britain's version of Jackson 5. They were they were really big, and they were oh god. I used to get my sisters to dance that. My sister blames me for her bad back, her bad knees, and her bad legs because she said you used to get me flinging my head back, flinging my back back. She's no wonder I'm practically crippled now. Oh, I love 5. Do you know another thing I wanted to actually, Nick, and you will remember these. What about 80s TV shows? Come on.
Oh.
I mean, the biggest one that you can think of is things like Only Fools and Horses, isn't it? And
oh God, yeah, Only Fools and Horses. I used to love as well, like the Russ Abbott show, Benny Hill show, things like that.
Claire's going, what?
Can
you remember any 80s shows? You're like TV shows, Claire, that you.
Not because I get confused with the 90s in the 80s show, so I'm more remember the 90s.
But they are with the 90s because I always think with things like Black Box's Ride on Time. I always thought it was the 90s. That's 18.
Yeah, well, I did. Yeah, well, I thought that was.
And what was the other one? Yaz's The Only Way Is Up. That's 89 as well. And you
think, is it?
Yeah.
No, I thought that was 90.
Yeah, because that dancey stuff, it was just.
There's quite a fine line with it all, isn't there?
But you could tell, can't you? Because most people assume that 80s with like you're saying, people like Wham, Duran Duran, Spandau Ballet, Bananarama. And the old Bananarama, when there was, like when there was a bit younger. But as it got on, it's like when Kylie came out and Jason, it started to get a little bit more dancey, didn't it, towards the end, and that's when all the techno stuff came out. But but like I'll tell you one of my favourite TV. I mean, the Golden Girls.
Oh yeah,
the Golden Girls, and I always remember. And I spoke about. Oh, thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again.
Do you know that, Claire?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I didn't think I used to watch that actually. I remember the song.
There you go. But honestly, that's icon. And even now, I think you can. I mean, it's on. You can get them on TV channels, can't you? And watch it all. But so that's one of the only programs that my dad used to look at me gone out with because I'd be watching it, and you laugh that much that you cry laughing, and I used to like take my breath. And I think it's. I mean, it just speaks a lot more volumes about me because it was more about this. It was very sarcastic, wasn't it? And it was very one line put down. That's probably why I liked it. Because it was just that sort of sarcastic. I mean, it's so unlike me to be sarcastic.
No, it's not like you. It's
No,
not.
yeah, absolutely not.
But it was that sort of sarcasm, wasn't it, that I absolutely loved about the 80s, the 80s sitcoms. And what was the other one I was going to talk to you about? There was loads, weren't there? I mean, that A-Team as well. We spoke about that.
Oh, I used to love the
TJ
80s.
Hooker.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Shut the front door.
I
Shut
don't.
the front door.
I must
and
have had a
don't
little
let
bit
you
of that
behind.
then. I can't remember it.
Can't remember what with Heather Locklear.
No,
You can remember can you remember Chips?
no.
Oh my god. I'm living I'm talking to imbeciles.
Don't forget you are a bit older than me.
How old are you then, Nick?
44.
Yeah, I meant in dog years, Duck. How old are you? So you're still quite young then. So you were born in
79.
yeah, so you were born in the so you were growing up, you was quite young in the 80s, whereas I was like 10 in 1981. Oh, 10 little old Jason. Can you imagine it?
No.
No.
No, I can imagine it.
I bet you were a devil.
Do you know what?
It still is.
Yeah, you're right, Claire.
Keep going. Oh, I need Botox. That's what I keep saying. I need to stop putting makeup on, I think, then, if you lot can do it. I mean, Nick looks about 20, and you look like you just come out of an overall. You are so young. I can cut this out.
It's good makeup, babe.
Plastered on by the looks of it.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's been a long day.
Oh no, but yeah, so that sort of and I can't believe you can't remember TJ.
No. I used to like Knight Rider though.
Oh, do you
Oh,
remember
I
that?
remember Night Night.
Yeah, with Michael Knight. No, was it Michael Knight?
Yeah,
It was Michael
David
Knight.
Hasselhoff, weren't
Yeah,
it?
David Hasselhoff.
I used to love that. And what was the other thing? Married with Children. You must know Married with Children.
Yes, with what was his name? Al Bundy. Was it Al Bundy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? The older I get, the more I understand him now.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched that, Claire?
No, I've heard of it, but yeah, I don't think I've ever watched
You
it.
would like that, Claire.
Yeah, you
Well,
honestly, you would. Married with Children was just absolutely. So I'm sorry, the time's going down on it. So we'll go off, and then if you get a quick drink, we'll come back on an hour. I've got some other stuff to mention to you, and then we'll have a chat.
Oh, okay.
Chat, a normal chat.
Yeah.
You can call this family, Claire. So I'll just go off for a minute, and I'll stay on that. You use the same one, and it'll just come back on. So I'm just going to get a drink, and I'll speak to you in a bit.
Yeah. All right then. See you there.